Happy Sunday, everyone. In today's video, I'd like to deep dive. We'll be covering technical analysis of Bitcoin and MicroStrategy. We'll be covering the latest updates with where we are with the price of Bitcoin. Most of you are wondering why is it that price of Bitcoin is fluctuating right now? We're on the downside here. But I think that all of what has happened with the recent executive order for the US officially adopting a strategic Bitcoin reserve, that's only the beginning here. I'm forecasting big time run ups with Bitcoin and MSTR as well. Again, this isn't financial advice, but here is just entertainment information for you. I will also be playing a video clip of Kathy Woods as well as Michael Saylor, as well as covering my technical analysis of Bitcoin and MSTR. Let's begin, guys.
Bitcoin, hands down, hands down. Bitcoin is a hedge against both inflation and deflation. Uh, yes, so is gold, but Bitcoin is digital. And if you look at the incremental demand, we're going to see gold already has its demand, it's happened, right? Uh, Bitcoin is new, and institutions are barely involved. And young people would much prefer to hold Bitcoin than to hold gold. So, it's interesting that both gold and Bitcoin are hedges against deflation, but Bitcoin's been doing better recently.
As the saying goes from Michael Saylor, Bitcoin is economic armor. So here, Michael Saylor is saying America will be the Bitcoin superpower of the world. The golden age of America has begun with the United States establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve and United States digital asset stockpile. So here, picture of Trump signing that executive order. Let's take a look at this posting here that the next bull run starts March 11. Again, this is speculation here, but Bitcoin cycles begin 325 days after halving and peak 10 months after. And this person has followed this pattern along with many people here. But I think that just with every post halving event, Bitcoin historically has a run, especially with where we are, we're expected to have it run up, by around the time of like end of Q3, Q4 transition here. So definitely some big time upsides. I do like seeing the volatility here with the consolidation, downward pressure, and that'll give it more fuel for it to just catapult up. Let's take a look at this update from the Texas Strategic Bitcoin Reserve SB 21 proposal from the Senate bill here. And just with the recent updates with Texas establishing the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve for the purpose of investing in cryptocurrency and the investment authority of the Comptroller of Public Accounts over the reserve. Let's take a look here at the status of Texas Senate Bill 21 proposing a strategic Bitcoin reserve at the state level. One of the key things that we're seeing here is just with the recent activities at the Senate level here, passing by the Senate here. And just to give you some color on what's going on here with the tally of all of the yes votes here from all the folks involved with the approval process. So we have a majority of members at the Senate level approving the bill overall. So can you just imagine as soon as we hear Texas buying up billions and billions of dollars of Bitcoin? Let's take a look at this posting here. Perhaps now is a good time to remind everyone we are going to F in 2 million per coin by 2031. Key thing is Bitcoin price just continues to go up. When you look at it from left to right, long-term perspective, it just keeps climbing up exponentially. With this posting here, so let me get this straight. MSTR is 54% cheaper than its previous all-time high. However, it holds 112,396 more Bitcoin than it did on November 21st, 2024. SAB 121 got repealed, allowing banks to custody and loan out and against Bitcoin. And now Trump has signed off an SBR with intentions. Let's go. Let's take a look at technical analysis. So key thing here is even today on the intraday scale, Bitcoin got down to about 82,000. We're looking at it from a day candle here. We're beginning to climb up here. In fact, I actually sprinkled more, got more Bitcoin here at these low prices here. 83,000. I think that as we open up in the stock market tomorrow, because the weekend had so much volatility, I'm forecasting we're going to have a bounce back. Of course, we don't know what the future holds. Yes, there's tariff talks and all of that, you know, with the push and pull between Mexico, China, and Canada. But I think overall, this is just, short-term FUD news. Eventually, it's good to see this technical analysis, bullish pennant flag showing here with just consolidation in this pennant flag channel. And we could very well see a breakout here and then see the next climb up to the next bull flag here just based on technicals. But I think definitely an opportunity to dollar cost average with Bitcoin price being below 100,000 because in the long term, we're not going to have these opportunities in them anymore. So why not take advantage now? MSTR price hovering in this pennant flag channel here. And just with last week, we were able to see a reversal pattern, which we do see MACD here, the blue line crossing here, which does show indicator of momentum here, along with the volume picking up here. Last week, we saw, the change with the support level, hovering at like 220, but we saw the first breakout back into that $300 range. I think one of the key support lines is as soon as we see MSTR break through that $330 barrier, we're going to see a continuation of the run up here. Given the fact that relative strength index is picking up here, at one point we saw RSI being hugely oversold. That was attributed to tariff stock market, the Mag 7 stocks going down as well, in addition to Bitcoin price depreciating. But I think that here is definitely a time to dollar cost average down, buying in below $300. Even better when you're buying it at like mid 250s, which happened prior to last week. But I think where we are right now, it'll be very interesting to see whether MSTR can break through that $330 come next week. And if we do, then I think that we're going to see that big bounce back into that 400, 500 series as we head into March, April timeframe. All dependent on the price of Bitcoin. I do think that in this bull cycle, post halving event, Bitcoin can very well break into that 150, $200,000. With that, I want to play a short clip of Michael Saylor here, just talking about President Trump's plans for US crypto reserve.
Capital's coming from overseas. It's coming from China, from Russia, from Europe, from Africa, from Asia, from the 20th century to the 21st century. So what's compelling about it is if the United States takes a position in the emerging crypto economy, if it buys up 10, 20% of the Bitcoin network, we're going to pay off the national debt. And so why wouldn't that be in the interest of the United States?
There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really encourage you hitting the like, subscribing for more related content. Let me know what your thoughts are, what your perspectives are, what you think MSTR and Bitcoin prices headed towards, the end of March and April timeframe. Thanks, guys, and you guys have a beautiful day.